Hi, I'm Ray at ChubbyRay Comics. I don't buy single issues. I get trade paperbacks. I get omnibuses. I love collected editions. I love talking about them. And I love this new series I'm doing called Great Comic Moments. These are those series and comics that we remember forever. You know, those things you've read that you never forget. Those things you always remember when you're feeling emotional. It's those moments that remind you why you love comics in the first place. Today's great comic moment comes from Jonathan Hickman's Fantastic Four run. And it's a moment that honestly makes me tear up every time I think about it because it's so powerful. Every time I read it, it makes me emotional. Let me give you some context so you understand this entire moment I'm going to explain. Johnny Storm sacrifices himself in the negative zone. He does it so he can rescue his niece and nephew from certain death. He dies holding the line against impossible odds. It's the saddest thing that happens in Jonathan Hickman's Fantastic Four run. And it's the death of one of Marvel's most beloved characters. It's big, it's unexpected, and it's Marvel family. It's huge. After it happens, you wonder, my God, what are they going to do now? How do you top this? Hickman figures out how. And that's the moment that we're discussing today. After Johnny Storm is gone, the Storm Richards family is falling apart. Young Franklin Richards is broken. His uncle has died. And he doesn't know if he can handle it. He doesn't want to talk to anyone. He's just sitting alone, quiet. Then Johnny Storm's best friend shows up to take his best friend's job in making his nephew feel better. Johnny Storm's best friend, Peter Parker, also known as Spider-Man. Peter Parker shows up, and Franklin Richards decides he's finally going to talk to someone. He talks to Spider-Man. And Peter Parker might be the only person who could understand what Franklin Richards is going through. And he explains that to Franklin. Instead of talking to Franklin Richards like he's some superhero, he talks to him like he's family. Peter Parker knows loss. He especially understands losing an uncle, and that's what they talk about. He tells Franklin something that's just devastatingly beautiful. He says he knows that Franklin Richards thinks he could have done something to prevent his uncle's loss, because he feels he could have done something to prevent his own Uncle Ben's loss. It's a powerful, powerful moment. The two characters just sit and talk outside the Baxter Building. And Peter Parker somehow makes Franklin Richards feel better. This moment isn't about death, it's about legacy. It's about how family in comics isn't just blood. Johnny Storm was the fun uncle, the reckless uncle, the let's break the rules and have fun uncle. And Peter Parker, well, he becomes the uncle who understands pain. The uncle who knows what it means to carry loss for the rest of your life. He becomes a person that Franklin Richards can rely on. It's a fantastic moment. It's a story called Uncles. You can find it in trade paperback or in volume 1 of the Jonathan Hickman Fantastic Four omnibuses. It's just an adult trying to make a young kid feel better by letting him know that shared pain can sometimes ease pain and that he's willing to do what it takes to help Franklin hurt less. I'm not kidding. This moment makes me tear up every time I read this book. And it's a great book. A little more context. There's no dialogue until the very last few pages. And it's really something. It shows grief throughout the entire Storm Richards family. Until the conversation between Peter Parker and Franklin Richards, there's no dialogue. This superhero comic is not about superpowers. It's about love. It's about sacrifice. It's about showing up and being there for someone who needs you. This whole moment was peak Marvel storytelling. It's a memorable moment that will stay in your mind forever. And yeah, Jonathan Hickman's known for writing some pretty outlandish stories that lead to some pretty big explosion and pretty big era-defining moments. But there's very few moments as powerful as this one. It's a moment that not every writer can create, but Jonathan Hickman did. He created in the story Uncles, and it's a fantastic moment. This moment was a great one. It was a moment that everybody should read. And trust me, when you read it, you won't remain dry-eyed. It's a heartbreaking moment. One that you will go back to over and over again and wonder why you made yourself do it. It's one of those great comic moments that you only get from the best of comics. It's one of those things I love talking about. It's another great comic moment. And that's why I do this series, Great Comic Moments. I hope you like this video. I know I enjoyed making this video. If you like these, please hit the like button to let the algorithm know this is something you'd like to see more of. If you're watching Chubby Ray Comics video page and you're not a subscriber, please subscribe. I think you'll like the content. If you'd like to get the content earlier, become a member, because that way I give it to you when it's produced, not when it's released. And of course, super thanks are always appreciated. Make sure to check out my live streams. I'm doing them several times per week. And make sure to come back and watch me in the next video.